There are many aspects of a film that aim to move the audience. From the acting to the music, something that people do not consider as much as they should is color. Movies use color for many different purposes. Colors help set the mood visually. Every film has a set of colors that define the overall theme of the production to the viewer. In this video, we'll cover the video editing process that frames the character of a film. This procedure is called color grading. What is color grading? Well, I'll first tell you what it's not. Color grading is not color correction. Although they are terms that are used interchangeably, they should be seen as two different parts in editing. Color correction is the first step in editing the color of your image, while color grading is the second. When it comes to capturing colors, cameras are not accurate enough to meet the standards of the human eye. Color correction is the process of editing the colors of an image from unedited footage to match how they would look in the real world. This brings the tones to a neutral state so that the style of the artist can be added to them after. Filmmaker Colin Duggan says, quote, "Color correction is not about style, it's more about color accuracy," end quote. Once this is complete, color grading can begin. This post-production process is merely the sweetening and changing of all the colors of the images from their neutral state to add your desired style. Now you're probably wondering, how do you choose your colors when color grading? Colors lay the emotional tone. They build up the visual theme. Thus, here are three simple categories to use to pick your colors. Some call these the DNA of color: hue, saturation, and luma, or brightness. Hue is the color itself. Saturation is the intensity of the color, and luma, or brightness, is how light or dark your color is. Each of these add to the style of your production. Here are some examples of color grading. The Matrix uses green as its hue to associate the story with a green digital computer. With saturation, a low intensity can be used to depict a thrilling and/or gray style as seen in war films, while a higher saturation can give a joyful tone as in musicals and romantic genres. Comparing the superhero movies of today to the ones of an older generation, the viewer will find that hero flicks back then had a lighter brightness, whereas those of today are darker in order to be taken more seriously. If you just so happen to be editing your own video and are looking to stylize your film, here's how you get started. All you have to do is use the editing tools you would for color correction in the Lumetri color panel to add some flair to your images. If you like, you can even use presets known as lookup tables, or LUTs for short, in order to color grade your film. Next, I'll show you how to get one of the most popular color grading looks, orange and teal. This is mostly seen in action movies, but nonetheless is used very often for a cinematic look. First, you're going to take out a new adjustment layer. Go to New Items and take out Adjustment Layer. Once you have your adjustment layer, drag it over to your video. Make sure it's covering the entire file so that everything underneath is affected. Once you've dragged it over, make sure it's selected and go to the Lumetri color panel and go down to HSL secondary. Once you open that up, take the first color eye droplet and click on the skin in your footage. Once you've done so, be sure to deselect saturation and lume. Checkmark the color gray and then edit your hue to the way you like it. This is so we're only selecting the skin tones to add our orange to. Once you've done so, move up or down the denoise and blur to get rid of that pixelation. Once you've done so, go over to Effects Control in the windows. Once you have Effects Control open, go down to HSL secondary under your Lumetri color and checkmark invert mask. This will change the image to show what's really being affected. Once you've done so, deselect the check mark next to color gray and go down to the correction wheel and move it towards the teal color. Once you've done this, go to Effects, type in Lumetri Color, and add another Lumetri Color effect to our adjustment layer. This will give us a new Lumetri Color effect to edit on. Once you've done so, go to Curves and scroll down to Luma versus Saturation. Create a point on the far left and on the second vertical line. Once you've done so, bring down the far left point. This will give the shadows more depth. After that, go up to Hue versus Saturation. Make points between purple and pink, red and orange, and yellow and green. Next, raise the point between red and orange. This will make the saturation increase. And there you have it. Now you can give your movies that depth and Hollywood look. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.